Hello everyone, welcome back. I've been changing some things. Not all, but I'm slowly changing things that I don't like. I, for example, didn't like this piece of the track because it had to go up just slightly and then it could go down with the main track that's there in the back. And I was like, that can be different. I think if I make that slope slightly earlier than that I had it, because I went straight ahead and then down, then I should be able to join on a straight piece with this track that comes from the screw factory and the rod factory, like we did in the previous episode. And now I hope that one enemy is out of his rocks, because there was one shooting from in there. And of course I can't get rid of that one. So, but as you can see, it now stop. It now joins, it stays flat, and then it needs to go a tiny little bit lower. But it is to avoid that this is on this terrain below here, on this rock. Because as you can see, there's constantly enemies, and that means that you then, yeah, you're constantly in a fight if you think like, you know what, I use the track to cross over. And I don't feel for a fight every time, just like here. And there's one dingus over there, which I hope that my zoo has gone bigger. Yeah, they're in there, look! let me let me make a little hi. Can you see me through the glass, or do I have to get up? There's two of them, look. Come on, hi. Come on, do something. Oh, this is great. Yeah, whatever. I was wondering if this would work, since it was on the rock and they were always on top. There is also enemies downstairs, but they they are for that limestone. Why those two are there? There's probably been a snail or something else, a slug. So I was wondering, like, okay, if I make the floor not too low, would they spawn in my enclosure? And look at that, we've got an... It's going to be a zoo trip. We've got hatches over there, and now we've got two of these over here. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I've been going all over the map because, as I already said, I did realize that, I had to learn, of course. I went in this game blind, and I did find out that, first of all, you upgrade your factories constantly, which I didn't think of when I started this game. And that's completely fine. But I did realize that the setup that I've got is making small factories, and I was going there for do the trains, pick it up and bring it from A to B, and that is fine. But some of my items, like for example the steel pipes, are hidden in, let me see, in the modular frames. I could get some out of there, but that's not a lot, so that doesn't work. And I've got a little bit left over in my motor factory, which is also not enough to really say like, nah, I can use that depot for further use in whichever factory. So that's, for example, one factory that I will have to remake. Over there, the lower one is the Caterium, the higher one is the steel beam, is my steel factory. And we are above my first cute coal power plant. There were a few coal nodes here. I had a limestone there, and I had a good look there to see how many encased beams I was making. Well, that's a whopping 10. I've got 2. Nothing is overclocked there. Nothing. So my my miner over there is only doing, what is that then, 240 limestone, so I'm only making like 90 or something, and that can of course be a lot more. And then I was like, yeah, what did I do with my coal, with my with my iron nodes, because I'm using those two coal nodes over there. Everything is inefficient at the moment. It is it is horrible. Let me see, over there. Over there is the iron. And yeah, as I already said, it is an MK2 miner, but I'm just using the 240, and of course I can overclock it to 200% because I've got the MK4 belts now, which means that I can do 480 times 2, so 960 iron, 960 coal. And I want to pull out some machines because I think I've got alternative recipes. Because if I see these loud, I think back then I was still a little bit scared for overclocking. As you can see, it's really not efficient. It doesn't unload quick enough. So I really want to change this first before we go do anything else. I said I wanted to wait till I had MK5 belts and MK3 miners. But I can't do it 10 NKs beam per minute. If I see my sheet, I made a sheet. Yes, I did. And if I see that, for example, for, where was it again? I can't find them. For example, for the modular, heavy modular frames, if I were to make 5 times the amount, because you make standard 2 heavy modular frames, that means that I already need 25 encased beams. I've got 10. So it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm working towards what you can see at the top right. The adaptive control units. I need 500. And I need 500 modular engines. And that just means that I need to make things different. I need to make them work better. I need to make them work more efficient. And I want to start here. Because that's why I went over here. I underclocked this all. I'm just not making enough. It's all waiting, as you can see. It can't even cope. And upstairs, I will show you. It is actually, if I see back then, I was so proud. And then you see that you did learn already. You did. But look, we've got 5. 5 times 2, that's it. And the rest is being synced, so the containers are full. That's not the problem, but yeah, you're soon through the 10 per minute. That's not a problem. So what I want to do is I am going to overclock my limestone because let me see. I think if I remember this correctly, is it under? Yeah, it is. Thank you, autosave. As you can see, so we can double this to get more cement. I do think even that I've got an alternate cement recipe, so I will start to calculate how much I can use to sort of maybe split the amount of beams, steel beams and encased beams up, because I think if I remember right, this is a foundry. I had to think. I do have an alternate. Yeah, see? That means that I first have to smelt iron into iron ingots, but the recipe in principle stays the same. And then I'm getting 60 per minute. So 40 give me 60. While 45 gives me 45. So 40 would give me 40. So that's 20 more. That's quite nice. I know that is machined more, because then I need smelters. I will have to make iron ingots. But I don't think that is really a problem. So I'm going to pick this all up. And that's going to be quite a bit of work for me, but I promise it won't be for you. Magic! Well, that gives a lot of space, I can tell you that. My goodness! Oh, I took all away. I'm actually even thinking, that's a bit of a pity. I just did the train station, but nah. I think I will take this all already down too, because it was also set up quite wide with a lot of empty space. So I want to see if I can maybe somehow compact it also a little bit more. It doesn't have to be super tight, but a little bit more. So I need to find a new space where I first am going to smelt the iron ingots, just so I get more steel bars. I'm going to use the alternative recipe so I can get more steel bars. I do still have to check out if I could maybe bring my limestone over. Or there's also a little bit of water. That will be sad. There's a tiny little pond over there, but to put a water extractor in there is, let's say, interesting if it already fits. So I think I have to, if I'm going to do that, because I haven't calculated it yet. But of course I've got water over there. Let me go over there. Of course I've got water over there, so maybe I can or bring water over or change it all slightly so I can make a small other concrete factory. But I'm first going to see which recipes are the best. The end result should be that I get as many steel beams and encased beams as I possibly can out of those 2 iron nodes and 2 coal nodes that I've got over there, down there. See it? Down there. Trying to think, because I've got 16 now, is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 16. But I will get 960 ore, so that means I need twice 16 if I don't want to overclock. I'm trying to keep a path. As you can see, I was thinking maybe I should split it up, see if that looks good and looks nice. So since I need to make the iron ingots, I might as well keep them there with the iron miners, iron ore miners. The only thing that I'm would this work? Because I thought it would be fun if you can see the items on the inside. If you were ever to walk through here. So I know you can chuck these very close. And I just wonder that if I do that boop on either side, if that will work, because I placed them and now I doubt. Get in the hole. You need to turn around because, yeah, your output. And then for you, you're on the line away from the middle. So that will be there. Is that correct? Yeah. And then I need one there because I need a set also upstairs, so my output from those will be coming from here. So I thought what would be fun is if I get this and also there. That leaves you with that gap of space to walk through. Get in the hole. Thank you. Because if the iron bars are being made, you don't see the ones from downstairs because they go directly in the lift. But you were to walk through sort of a wall of iron ingots coming down on the lifts from the smelters above. But downstairs, and that, ooh, does that work? Of course that works. It's not clipping at all. Yeah, because here I need my splitters on. Let me see, they're coming from that side. Right. Are you on now? Yeah. This one I could even bring to the front, but I might as well see if I can let it clip through here. But here I will have a double output. And I think if I've got the mergers, it will block it off. And does that matter? So if I were to do this and that, and then let me do it on this side too, so I get a little bit of an idea. Yeah, it will block it off. But let's put a merger on here. Yeah, it needs to go that way. Same, same, same. So this is closed off. But what I like about this idea is that I will have 480 iron ingots on the left and 480 iron ingots on the right. And the same goes for the ore. 480 will just start filling up the system very slowly all the way. And then I have to get it upstairs, thinking about it. So it will just feed machine for machine like I do more often. The output will be brought over here. And once it's the end, let's say that the end is here. Let make it a bit easier on myself. So we've got the merges there. What I then want to do is I want to have one more merger at the end. I don't know. Is that a merger? Yeah, it is. Wrong button. No. Is that in the? I want it in the middle of the two. That's why I placed it this way. Oh, I placed those wrong. Or are they that tight? No. No, they're not. They're like this because we've got... That's a splitter. Dingus. Oh my gosh, I've got far too many buttons. That's for sure. And you, what I then wanted to do was have a merge at the end. And then, oops. Let me see, I need to turn the exits. I need to turn the exits, but let's say that this is what I intended to do. And then it can be transported to wherever the foundries are going to be. Because, of course, with the foundries... No, the foundries can just make the beams. And then I need the concrete to come in to take a part of the beams that have been produced to turn those into encased beams. But I think that this will work if I've got this normal, that is. Of course not like this. That's how I always build. No, it's not. But that leaves me with space on either side because there will be a gap here on this line and I will have the same on the other side. But what I'm now thinking is like, whoa, thank you. If I were to place, no, oh yeah, need vertical. There we go. Because underneath these are being fed from that direction this way, and then I will have for the other 8 on this side. Let me see. This is where the output has to go to. On what line are they starting? That line. Okay, so that's the same. So if I do smelters Let me see. Yeah, output. That way. That's too far. I know. No, it wasn't. No, it is. It's right like this. I've got it on the line. So that means that if I place a lift, which just immediately, if I turn it around, fits. And that is then the one there to the left. Yeah, so it flips the ingots out on this side. That means that I will have the input on the other side. So if we... yeah, let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I think what I will do here is put splitters. So then we'll have an input from this side. Which means... Hang on, is this the wall or that's going to be the wall? Okay. There we go. Change the setting! I once was building and I had forgotten that I was in the vertical mode. And I placed a lot of foundations over me and I had not seen, and I thought that my keyboard had broken because I couldn't move anymore. No, I was in concrete. Amazing. I'm so, oh gosh, I get so confused if I do stuff like that. I'm just thinking, like, does it matter? Yeah, a little bit of space would be nice. And does it matter downstairs? I am only... Because I of course have to bring it up. And it would be just easier if it's in the middle. Does that matter for upstairs? You will never be there. Yeah, because then here, and then I can make it go around the corner and then up. I think that is better. So that means I need... No. There, I need a floor hole here and then the same spot one there. Because I thought it would be nice. And now you can see the ore go up. And the leftover ore, the other half of one miner. And that goes up at the back wall. And then can start feeding this. Okay, I've got something to do again. Let's just say there is room for improvement. Oh my gosh. I thought, you know what? Let's try to make a little bit of a build around it. Yeah. Well, there is something around it. I did what I wanted to do. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. I will change it. I've no idea how yet, but I will change it. I did try to play a little bit more with shapes, and I think that worked, but I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I think like it's looking at me. It will growl, so... This was already a lot of time, lot of work, but look at this. Amazing. The outside lines is where the ore is going to go in the lift. It will then feed, we will look upstairs soon, it will then feed the first set of smelters, and then what's left over will go further upstairs and to the other 8 smelters. So in that way, if you do that on 2 sides, you're using all the ore, the 960 that we're going to mine up. In the middle is where the end products are coming, and I because there is roots. Let's go upstairs. It's just as easy. Ow, bang my head. Yes, there we go. As you can see, here is the first set of foundries. These lifts bring the ingots down. These lifts bring the ingots down from upstairs, and that's what you saw here in the middle, between left and right. Get up, get up. All the mergers, the cats are waking up, and there I've got 3 here bumping my arms trying to get pets. The timing, really. Okay, but those are coming from one side, those are coming from the other side. They have got each what the belt can carry, and we'll bring that over to wherever we are going to place the foundries for the steel ingots. Of course, the goal is over there, which I this time did with a lift, so that nice slide that I had is gone now. We will go there later. It is now up with a lift. But in here we're now making the iron ingots. I haven't set them just yet, I realized. I will. I did my best to try to make something of the build. And of course, the last thing that I had to do was stairs downstairs, and then I realized, like, oh shit, I did this wrong again. I'm not going to redo the build for that. I am not. Upstairs, 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 second floor. As I said, the other set of foundries. They're getting fed via the back bit. Oops, there is a lift over there. Can we see that? We can see that. There we go. This will feed. And then slowly every smelter will be full with iron ore. It's just sort of one at a time almost. I try to hide all the power in the floor. I like doing that, see if I can manage. And that by itself is already taking a lot of time, because you have to make sure that you do that correct. Just like there, you can just see that tiny little bit, and sometimes when you make it too long, since this is only 1 meter 4, it will dangle through. Like here, I had the foundations at the wrong height, so. But I was like, yeah, how often are you going to be here? Pfft. You turn them on and you usually never see this again. This is the back of the build. I'm a little bit happier with this side than the front. So I might even sort of copy what I've got here and then over there. Did I turn the minus up to 200%? So yeah, we're getting the 480. This one too. Yeah, this one too. Okay, then I only missed 2 pieces of belt. Because I need a piece here and I need a piece there. And I actually... That's not clipping, that's perfect. Yeah, I know that this way the belt looks nicer. For the most part, but this is actually my way through also to go that way, so I actually think I should just put it this way. No one sees a thing. Well, that's coming in, and then here I did turn it slightly. Here we can have that little swirl. That looks better, and then we can still go that way. Okay, they're filling up. Oops, beautiful. Did you see that? What was that? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, let me see, because I do need to set them. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe we should just start at the beginning so they can there. It doesn't really matter here. Okay. That's the first thing, and then we are going to sort the rest out, because of course out of this, together with coal, we need to make the steel ingots, and then we need to go all the way to make the steel beams and the encased beams. But first, this can already do its thing. That looks nice. Oh, I love this. I love that you can see what you're making here. Yeah, I'm happy I did that. And especially because the backhand you can also, well, you, with a bit of imagination you can pretend you see something there. I do have to belt this of course out, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach this just yet. Because now we're going to get into the machines that we need to make first the steel ingots. And I think, what was that again? Do that in the foundry. The foundry, yeah. Let me see. And this is the recipe that I'm then making. I've got the alternative version, and that's why I'm making the iron ingots. And if I've got this right, if I've got 960 coal and iron ingots each, that means, let me see, 40, 20 wood, 800, I've got 160, so that's 24 foundries for, if I won't overclock, I would need 24 foundries, 12 on each side, because what I wanted to do, and that's why even if I could make all the ingots go together, I do think it would have been a better idea if you've got them each on a belt, because you can just feed it all a little bit easier, because you have to do double, eh? Yeah, because this one is of course coal, and yeah, exactly. So one side I need to have the coal, in the other side I have to get the iron ingots in, but I'm then getting 24 times 60, so that is 1440. Is that correct? 1200, yeah, 1440 steel ingots. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I was producing. Hi. You have to every now and then be very friendly to it. It's in the wrong area, that thing. Okay, but if I then because I of course want to make steel beams, and I want to make the encased beams, and I think that's what I said earlier already. I can make the wet concrete. Wet concrete. Because otherwise I have so little, and I want to try to have at least 50 encased beams. So I was thinking, if I do, let me see, 4. Yeah, 4. Because I can get... Is that correct what I'm saying? That is deep. Can I fly that up again? Let's see. Hi. Yeah, 480. So if I've got... How much did I need now? Lovely. And at the last moment you don't make it. You just plonk down. That wouldn't be the first time, if I'm honest. There he is again. I even took the foundations away so he would fall down. Wherever I'm trying to build, Bean is there. Unbelievable. I don't know where he always comes from, but I try to have him away from me. So he was on the ground, and yet he manages to get up here again. I don't know how he does it. I have no idea. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I get... Do I have this right? I get 80 concrete per 120 limestone per minute. I've got 480, so I need 4 foundries, which gives me then a total of 320 concrete. Now, water is of course not a problem, because over there is my little pond with my... you can't see it, but it's over there, trust me. Where I made my first coal power plant. So that is not a problem. That means that I need 2 water extractors probably. Also to avoid using the MK2 pipes, because I heard that they do give trouble. So I would need 4 of these. As I said, that then I will have 320 concrete. Then I need to make beams, and now I can make beams. But I also saw that I can make pipes, and now I have to think, because I think that was in the constructor, if I'm not mistaken. I can make this steel pipe. Yes, I can make this one too. But I don't have iron close by. Free, that is. I know I'm making the ingots, but it's already going in the steel ingots. So I was looking at this. And if I then calculate, let me first go to the encased beams. Yeah, I think so. Is that also in here? I always forget what you make where. Encased beams make. Oh no, that's probably the assembly then. Encased beams. Yeah. Because you've got the normal ones, which you make with the beams. But you can also make these. And it feels like I'm getting more. Or was it for less concrete? I think that might be it. Yeah, then I need 20 concrete per minute. Is that correct? Yeah, because the other one needed, the other one needed. Yeah, 36. So that's 6. And that's 5. That saves a little bit on the concrete. And if I see this, then the assembler makes me 4 encased beams. Which means with 3, because this is my limited factor. I'm trying to think how I got here now. But this is my limiting factor. So if I were to use all of the concrete that I am making. Oh my gosh. The 320. That means that I can do this recipe 16 times. Is that correct? 10, 200, and yeah. So 16 times. That means that I have 64 encased beams. Which is over my 50. Because I wanted to have 50. Seeing on my way towards the phase 3, I will need quite a few if I want to make, for example, 5. I don't know which one uses it anymore. One of these two uses the encased beams. So if I wanted to make 5 per minute of either one, then I was needing like 50 encased beams. And that's, I was like, you know, sounds like a plausible number. So I've got, this recipe goes over the 50. So I think I should be good to go, I hope. At least for now. If I then see that, and that's why I got to the pipes, I will need 384 steel pipes. And then we go back to the constructor. If I want to have 384 steel pipes, I think what I should do is have 10 constructors on 150%, because otherwise I'm getting so many machines. 10 on 150%, which then makes me, let me put one in, 300 pipes. Yeah, 300 pipes. And if I do 2 constructors on 210%, I've got that right, that's my leftover 84 that I was short. So that would be 10 on 150%, make the 300, and 2 constructors on 210. Make the 84 is the 384 steel pipes that I need. Boy, oh boy. So, and now I need to think how I'm going to set this up, because of course I first need to pick up my iron ingots. I will need to pick up my coal, and let's go over there up, because then you can see what I've done here. My platforms are still there. I thought I cleaned this up, I didn't, but I managed to zoop it through the hole. Is my miner gone? How is that possible? Bing, give my binder back. I know it was you. You're always waddling around there. What the heck? Okay, I have to place my miner again. I don't have... No. Oh, that's stupid. What is that? I did... It was facing that way, so I placed it that way, and that's the only way that you go. Oh. And I've got... I even got the power neatly attached to it. Oh, that's silly. I've got that more often. Pieces of pipe, cables, all of a sudden gone, and now my whole miner. Give it back. I know it was you. You're constantly laughing, and now know why. Exactly, that's what I just said. I'm going to try to sort this a little bit out, because I will first need to bring that together so I can, of course, make the steel ingots. Then I need to place foundry somewhere with the water extractors to make the wet concrete, and that combined... Oh no, then I need, of course, the step in the middle where I'm making some encased beams and some steel pipes, and then the steel pipes can be combined with the wet concrete to make encased beams. My goodness, we will get there. Now this is what it turned out to be. So I'm not done. Don't worry, I'm not done. I've got a floating platform. That's not completely floating, but it's also not really a factory. With a judgmental mushroom in the back who's making me iron ingots. I have got, as you know, the ingots over there. They're going into the foundries together with the coal to make me the steel ingots. At the back, I've got 12 constructors making the pipes. Here in the front, I've got 12 constructors making me beams with the leftover steel ingots. It's still quite a nice amount. I don't have my sheet open. I can't cheat. I can't cheat. And then, of course, here all the assemblers that are making the encased beams. I still have to work with the concrete. I still haven't done that, but I don't think I wanted to do that here, because I am... there you can see my water extractors. I, of course, have to deal with quite a big head lift. So I thought, you know what, maybe I should just make an area underneath, lower than there, like over there. As you can see, I already tried to see if that would be a good area to have those what are they called? Let me see. The refineries, because that's what I need to do. But I thought let's update in the meantime a little bit. As you can see, I've got the foundries here. I did minimize the amount because it is so much. It will be so big, and I was like, shall I go up? Shall I? But the area was already getting so, yeah, huge. I know it can be bigger, but I have to think about the lag too. So I decided to just overclock these, and as long as it's even numbers, as in machines, but also as in the items that you have to put in and that come out, because that's what I always try to work with. I'm good. As I said, over here we've got the pipes. There are 2 that need to make a tiny bit more, but the rest is out. Faceplant, yes, is the normal nice 45 I thought it was 100%, but that's not true. And then here with the ingots that are left over, I've got holes everywhere. Who is busy? Is this the overclocked again? This is the overclocked again. Here I'm making the... Yeah, see, I knew there was something 100%. So most of them are just on the normal speed. But to get rid of the last bit, I do see I need to change my power. See that? I've got them on the wrong line. Hey, shoot. To get rid of the last bit of steel ingots, I decided to crank this 2, I think, or was it 4 up. So I used them all up. And then here in the back, because the pipes, I will show you what I did underneath too. Bonk. We're making the beams. I, of course, took the concrete away that we had and I just filled it up in here. I already put the 500 in. Yeah, I can throw it away or I can already fill the machines up. These stay this way. I can't remember exactly how many. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 6, oh yeah, 16 it was. That's correct. And then underneath, it is almost neat. I don't know how to do it any different because let me see. Of course, the iron ingots are coming from there, going over here, and are going to feed the machines here. Each get their own belt. Oh yeah, I wanted to say what did I do here because I am also in the wrong spot. This is the output. But the output, I realized 120 come out per machine. So at first I combined them all and I was like, is that correct? No, I need to split it up in 3, otherwise my belts don't cope. This is where I meant that the iron ingots need to be fed in this line and in this line. At the other side is where the coal will be because I haven't turned it all on. The coal is coming from that side. I've been creative with my ceiling. That should actually be a 4 foundation block, but I turned it into a ramp because then I've got this space here. Because it's it had to make even a little jump, see that? Otherwise I couldn't get away with oh my gosh, it is such a mess. But the steel ingots are coming out here. I already said I got 3 lines, so I needed to combine one line. This has got its own line. Let me see. Oh, I see that I still need to connect this one. This one still needs to go into there. And then I've got this line which is going to feed the 480 that I've got upstairs for the beam. And then let me see how I did this. Yeah, it feeds. It comes in here. And then because there's no other way to make sure that that you're using the right amounts. So I can have the 480 and the 480 steel ingots need to go and being used up upstairs correctly. And here I've got one, and that's why I made it red. That's getting fed from 2 sides. There will be a little bit left over from this belt because if I remember correctly, I only need 450 until here. So there is 30 ingots left over. Oh, sorry, until here. Those 30 are getting fed in here, and all the rest that's first going through the beams and then towards the pipes here is being fed until here. And that should use exactly all 1440 ingots. My goodness, this gave me a headache. This was really a lot of work to try to get this as neat as possible. And to try to get it as cramped as possible without giving the feeling that you can't walk anymore. So I know it looks maybe horrible. It makes sense. The pipes that are coming out are coming this way, being split up and going into the machines upstairs, which are going to make the encased beams. It's the pipe with concrete. Concrete still need to be fed in, as I said. Let me see. Going in there, and then leftovers are going this way, being split up. Let me up. Thank you very much. As you can see, I will split it immediately because there's the train station. That's where we're under now. So it will first always feed the train station. If there's then a leftover, it goes via that smart splitter first into a container, and then leftovers are being brought to the back where, and here of course in the back we've got the dimensional storage. We've got the same situation. Can I pass? Yes, just for the beams. And everything that's left over is going on these two belts in the lifts into the sink that is above. And I was really like, where do I leave it all? Because the sink is quite big, but I was like, oh, if you've got that next to a train station, I was doubting if I should let it face towards the train station, like it's some kind of a snack corner, you know. Give me your tickets. No, yeah, in this case, get your tickets and no, give me your tickets actually. Give me your tickets so you can get a cup of coffee. It would work. I didn't think about that. But yeah, this is how far I've gotten. I hope I made it a bit clear, because it's always easy when you're doing it and when you know what's where, but to then see through someone else's spaghetti, that's something else. So yeah, I've got, as I said, a floating platform with a judgmental mushroom in the back. Eventually everything will get a nice build, but I think I should first make sure that everything gets rolling. And as I already said, someone told me a little while ago that there will be a nice jetpack waiting for me once I get finally in the next years. And I think that will make building a lot easier than trying to constantly build around it. So let's make it functional now. Let's make it pretty later, she said, while she did a good attempt on that build. Now, my next step now is to get that concrete. There's already a container waiting with leftover. Why don't the enemies spawn? I find that so odd. Because there's no machine working. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this just yet. But I am under the machines where the concrete need to go to. So let me see. And there is my water. It will be quite a pipeline. I don't know how I can do it else. I could make it downstairs and then lift it up. So maybe I even change. I am going to fiddle around with it and let's see what the what the end result is going to be. Let's all get surprised. This is what I made out of it. It should function. I hope. I've got the miner. It's going this way now. Into that belt with a lift up. It's slowly feeding all 4 refineries. I kept the water to MK1 pipes because I understood that there is a bug on the MK2 pipes. Did I say that right? I've got the MK1. I don't know what I said. I got the MK1 because I understood that there is a problem on the MK2 pipe. And for these recipes that I'm going to use here, but I need, let's see, 400 water in total. So it's too much for one MK1, and as I said, if there's indeed a trouble with the MK2, I thought, you know what, let's just do 2 MK1 pipes. Material wise, I can spare it by now. Let me see, because I forgot to set them before we can turn them on anyway. I have to go downstairs anyway. I need to turn it probably on. I wanted to say, I don't know if I overclocked it now, but as you can see, the standard recipe asks for 120. If you overclock the normal node to 480, it's for refineries. So let me very quickly, because it doesn't always copy for me. It's a little bit silly. Yeah, let's check that it goes okay. And then we're going to connect it all. Did I do that? Yes, you must have done, because I didn't do it. Okay. They're all at the ready. They're collecting the materials. I immediately kept it in 2, so it's easier to... Upstairs I've got those 2 rows with assemblers. And then each belt can immediately go to one side of all the assemblers. So I kept it split. I thought it would be fun if... if you maybe from a distance could see the cement go up. The pipes, yeah, you can see it. I did it like that. I went up there already for a part. I've got a pump up there too. And then I've got a pump up here going upstairs too. I doubted if I should do it on the ground. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. You've got a pump. It costs a little bit of power. I've got fluctuating power, so it's fine. The materials, what am I doing? I have no idea. Let me see. Can we go underneath somewhere? Yeah, we can. I have to change this. Oh my gosh, that stuttering drives me a little bit nuts, if I'm honest. I know what I've done. Haha, I did that on one foundation. Okay, that's smart. I want to say I did split it up. I did do that. Okay, as I said, it's already split up. It's going all the way nicely to their own lift. Yeah, to their own lift, which is then here. And as you can see, there is a left-hand side for the assemblers and the right-hand side. It should give enough, I hope, to do all these. I think before I turn everything downstairs on, because we're here now, we might as well quickly... Oh my goodness. Connect all these belts. What a mess, eh? Ah, so much! I'm going to connect it all. Nope, not that hole. Nope, not that hole. No, stop it! I am going to connect this all, and then we're going to see if I did a good job, if it works. Oh, we've got iron ingots. That's one thing. That's too sharp. Good job. Okay, I think I connected it all now. So if this starts pooping, it does start pooping out. Did I overclock it? No, I didn't. That looks better. Okay. Well, I can see it go in the machines. Oh, that just went right, eh? This was just to guess the floor height. These pipes are full of water. So... Oh, this is perfect. Every lift is rightly connected. Yes, it is. Oh, amazing. Then we should be pooping out. So there it goes. Oh my goodness, we're getting somewhere. How on earth do I get up here? The build's not done. Let me see. Oops, okay. Oh, I see. The beams. There we go. Yeah, I already had beams, so that will be full. It will be probably, yeah, synced already. Oh, that's sad. And then, do we also get some encased beams already? Is that just a bit too quick? I do see, ooh, I see all sorts flying. Yeah! Oh, it's always so nice when it works. So that's a lot of coal. Yeah, those machines are of course last in a row, so that will take the longest. But as you can see, there went another encased beam. There's... I think I had quite... I bang my head constantly. Yeah, see? I already had so many. You can also go in. I don't need you anymore. Thank you. I already had a lot. So I filled up a part in the station. And I filled up a part already in the container. Just to get rid of it. What's in my inventory. Look at that. The pipes are going in. The cement is... Oh gosh. Thank you. See that? It works, people. No exaggeration, but this was 3 days for me. 3 days of trying to get this done as neat as that I can. And I know it's still on the platform and my mushroom is still judging me from afar. I know, but we will get there. Machines are slowly filling up. See, because that's that's going to take a little while. It actually only starts filling up once you are full everywhere, but that's not the case yet. As you can see, there's here and there a machine that gets the right amount of items, but I can safely say that we did it. It was not in the original plan, but I didn't really have a choice. I had to. We have to make more encased beams. That was the whole thing. Because eventually I need quite a few to be able to complete phase 3 of the space elevator. Sweet, lovely people. This was fun. It is fun if it works out. It is fun if things turn out to go exactly the way you wanted to. And I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you want to join me next time. Whatever part we're going to or improve or build new or whatever is going to happen, I will try to make it as fun as possible. So I hope to see you then. Bye bye. My goodness.